Hey, it's your girl, Dose, and this video is going to be a little bit different from my other videos. So today we're going to be doing a little speed drawing and also just chatting. I feel like I've been like chatting a lot on this channel, but today we are going to be chatting about my relationship with art and being an art major, and also posting on Instagram because that's a whole thing. So I hope you enjoy. Voiceover Dolcie, if you want to take the wheel, although all you guys your permit, take the wheel, girlie. Take the wheel. Hi. Thank you. Okay, I don't know. We'll see if this will go off the rails or not because I don't have any paper in front of me with like the topics of what I'm going to be talking about. But so right now I'm just doing like a little sketch of my OCs. Oh, ew, I don't like saying that. Nasty. My characters from my webtoon, Trayvon and Monique. Y'all do not ask me for the link to the webtoon. In fact, I'm thinking about probably like taking it down. I don't know because, oh my gosh, beautiful segue into our topic actually. But okay, so let me finish what I was saying. Okay, yeah, I'm drawing Monique and Trayvon for my webtoon with, I don't know, some random sketching pencils I just happen to have with me. And I guess I'm just going to apply what my drawing teacher has taught me these 2 semesters. I am now in drawing 2, so I guess I should be learning a little something. All right. Speaking of webtoons and me having one, I do have one. I don't think I really want to reveal the name of it. I mean, I feel like if like you go on like my art page, you could probably find it somewhere. But I first started working on a webtoon since my freshman year of high school, and I don't know, I think like since that time I've like redrawn it like multiple times. So like the thing is, when I would redraw it, because I remember being on like chapter 4 or 5 when like Monique actually meets Trayvon, because they are literally like the main protagonist in the story, right? They're the main couple, right? Like I actually got to a point where Monique actually first meets Trayvon, and then I was like, okay, let me like redraw the entire story, because I was looking back at this stuff and I was like, ew, this kind of looks bad. And like I understood that art styles really do matter when people are trying to get into webtoons. So I redrew it like multiple times, and honestly, I don't know, is that one of the factors that kind of made me like lose motivation to working on it? But I feel like there's many other factors as well, right? Because I don't know, like I really think that becoming an art major made me confront like how I really viewed art. Because okay, so growing up, I like I had a phone, right? Like I had a phone since middle school, like 6th grade. Actually, whoa, I think I had a phone since like 4th grade or 5th grade, either one of those times. But my mom actually like, no, I had a phone in like 6th, 5th, girl, I don't know, either 5th grade or 6th grade or 7th, not 7th grade, but either 5th grade or 6th grade. I had a phone, right? But the thing is, like, for a majority of my life, my phone was taken away from me. And, like, the only time I ever had my phone was during, during, like, whenever I used to have, like, visitations with my dad, or if I had, like, a special event at school when we would be going off of campus, so my mom had to, like, find a way to contact me. But most of the time, if I was on punishment, which most of the time I was on punishment, I would not have my phone with me, and my mom would just be like, oh, go use your friend's phone. And something about that in middle school, that seemed like the end of the world. I was like, bro, like, they can't know I don't have a phone, bro. Like, oh my gosh. But Yeah, so most of my life, my phone was kind of like taken away from me, right? So, instead of like being on my phone during class, like I would always like draw. And when I really sat and thought about it, I felt like art for me was always like a form of escapism, right? Because I'm gonna be real with you, like when the 17 years when I've not, let me not say all 17, but a good chunk of my life, especially like middle school and high school, I was not having a good time. Like I really did not enjoy the life I was living. So I always felt like drawing, and I also used to write stories. Writing stories and drawing was always like a form of escapism for me, right? Because I used to like, create these fake little characters and fake little scenarios. Sometimes I'll like incorporate these fake little characters into like my actual life so I can feel like, like my life is worth living in a way. And honestly, I feel like that was one of the main things that really like kept me sane during that time. And I don't think there was ever a time where I straight up said I feel unhappy. Okay, at the same time, I was like 13, so I couldn't like self-diagnose myself as I'm self-diagnosing myself right now. But I wasn't able to like look at my behavior and be like, oh damn, I think she a sad bitch. I think it was just more like, I don't know. Am I making sense? I don't think I'm making sense. But y'all understand. Y'all understand. So I think like I've always kind of wanted to get into comics, and even like to this day, I still want to. So yeah, in 9th grade, I started my webtoon during quarantine, and I felt like working on my webtoon just kind of gave me something to do in a way. So yeah, I just kept on working on it, and I kept on working on it until the summer of senior year, and then I went off to college, and I don't know. I think I uploaded like one time or two times. Actually, I think I was like uploading until October. And then, I don't know, I kind of just stopped because I know where my story is going, right? Because, okay, mind you, the story that I have on my webtoon, right? I actually like, whoa, oh my gosh, wow, y'all are about to get all this freaking lore. Hold on. Okay, so originally, my webtoon was based off of this story I've written back, I think, my 8th grade year. And it was a short little story. It was like, 5 chapters. And I think it was something like, my life is a big fat lie or whatever. And Monique, right? It's actually kind of like the same concept as the webtoon, actually. It's just like not as in-depth. But basically, Monique is a part of like a popular friend group, right? But like Monique, financially, it's not like the same economic status as her friends, right? And like her friends make it known that we don't like broke bitches. So Monique has to like lie in a way, and like I don't know, she just like lies like so much, right? And then I don't know how the heck did she meet Trayvon in the story, because I can't remember. I think I still have the composition books with me, but so she meets Trayvon, and I think like Trayvon like figures out like her life or whatever, and so then like Monique comes clean, but then like one of her friends find out like that she was lying, so then like they embarrass her or whatever, and then I don't know how the heck does Monique end up getting with Trayvon, but that's basically what happens within 5 chapters, mind you. So I think it was based off of that, right? And then I decided to make it an even bigger story where, yes, we have Monique, we have Trayvon, we have the friend group, but then now, like, we're adding more characters. We're giving we're adding more characters. We're giving the characters more depth. Like, Monique is just, like your stereotypical, not stereotypical, but, like she's just like a girl from the DMV. While originally I was just going to make Trayvon like just black, but then I was like, okay, let me make Trayvon Caribbean. Like, let me make him Jamaican. And then, I don't know, I was, like, writing the story, and, like, the way how, like, I have to, like, keep on, like, consulting sources, like, it was too much work. So I was like, okay, let me just make Trayvon Sierra, because I felt like that just made the most sense. But the thing is, Trayvon's birth name is not Trayvon, because of course in my culture, no one is named Trayvon. But he has like a little quote unquote African name, but like he just goes as Trayvon. And yeah, I just gave the characters like more depth as that, and I think that's really how the story came into what it was. And the funny thing about it, I don't think I actually finished writing the story, because I remember I was like up to like 120 something chapters. Girl, I'm telling you, that quarantine time, yep, it was that quarantine time. That quarantine time during the summer, oh girl, I was getting down, especially during our trips to Sierra Leone. Like, I would just write. Like, it was serious, bro. Honestly, like, if you could give me any gift at that time, you should have given me pens, because, bro, I was just, like, writing. But, anyways, so why did I stop working on the webtoon, you may ask? I would really say, I think it's because I'm in a place in my life where like I'm like genuinely like happy, and I don't feel this need to kind of like surround myself in another reality, in a sense. Wow, that's kind of deep. Excuse me. Yeah, I just don't really like feel the need to surround myself with like, you know, fake characters. Like, I can go to sleep and I can think about my day and I can generally feel happy, rather than, you know, thinking about these fictitious characters I made and go to sleep. Like, you know, and I generally feel like I'm in a better place now. So I know some of y'all may ask, like, so is it going to come back? I mean, eventually it will. I just think I need to, like, get motivation for it. Because, mind you, I started writing this story, like, illustrating it and, you know, adding all the text and all that, during my freshman year of high school, right? And mind you, the characters were a good chunk of the characters that are supposed to be in high school were in the 11th grade, right? Trayvon, Monique. Should I really go down the list? Sure, let's go down the list. Trayvon, Monique, Jay, John, Aya, Shamani, and Amani. They were all supposed to be in 11th grade, right? So it was really interesting, like, seeing how my 9th grade brain viewed 11th graders, and then I finally got to 11th grade, and it's funny because I was thinking about the story, and I'm just like, wait a minute. The way how, like, in my story, I did not discuss SATs, college acceptances. Whoa, my list came in there. College acceptances. I didn't discuss any of that, and I was like, whoa. And then I became a senior, and I was like, whoa. It's kind of interesting looking back at, like, my junior year, and now that I'm, like, in college, I don't know, it just feels kind of weird writing a story from the perspective of an 11th grader. I don't know, it just feels strange to me. Not like, you know, like, predatory strange, but just, like, I don't know, because I don't know, I'm not really, like, that into writing that much, to be completely honest, so I don't know what I ever just be able to, like, rewrite the story, because, mind you, when I first originally wrote all of that 120-something chapters, I was, like, in, like, the 9th grade, 10th grade, right? So, like, having to, like, edit the mindsets and all that, I literally would have to rewrite the entire story. So, I don't know when would I ever, like, get back to that. I know, like, some people might be like, oh my gosh, so Dolcie, just, like, have them, like, be, like, not high schoolers, like, have them be, like, college students or, like, you know, adults. I've thought about that, but at the same time, I don't think I don't know. I just don't think that would make sense. And also that would kind of like miss the concept of like the story. Cause like, mind you, like a big chunk of the story and the reason why Trayvon is the way he is because of his guardian / his aunt, right? Because Trayvon is a character who is, you know, being abused and all that, and I really have to like that's like a big part of the story, so I can't just like not have that in the story, you feel me? Yeah, I think that's all I really want to talk about that. But yeah, it was on Webtoon, and I don't know, like sometimes I think about like what was my mindset when I started. Like I think I was just doing it just for fun. Like I don't know, was I ever thinking I was gonna get what's the thing called? Because, okay, not gonna lie, Webtoon be changing their whole terminology. Because, mind you, I've been reading Webtoons since, like, 2016, bro. And, like, I don't know, it's just weird how, like, they just changed everything. Like, okay, now they call Canvas, what? They call it, Webtoon Canvas. Well, I remember it was called something else prior. And then, what is the other thing called? I can't remember. I don't know. Okay, where like the actual like stories picked up by Webtoon go, whatever that thing is called. I never really thought I was gonna like make it on there, but at the same time, I always thought about it. Oh, like, you know, I could possibly make money from my Webtoon. But then it was funny because then I was seeing all these YouTubers that have Webtoons, and they're like, Webtoon isn't as I don't want to say peaches and cream, but Webtoon isn't as like peaches and cream as you think it is, right? And, you know, of course I took heed to this, and I took even bigger heed to this when the creator of Let's Play, I know y'all think, Let's Play. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember it? I do. I've been reading like Let's Play since like the beginning, but since like the creator of like Let's Play like left Webtoon, not gonna lie, that was a big thing. And then like people were talking about how Webtoon artists are like rarely, well, not rarely, but like they're not being paid very well and all that. And also it's like really difficult for your story to get picked up. And I don't know, I guess like I really took that information to heart, and it kind of like put a damper on like my drive to, you know, like post on my Webtoon, which, and I understand that like it's not about like it being picked up by Webtoon. At the end of the day, it's about like the people who enjoy reading it, which, and like, I mean, I got comments that people are like, oh my god, like I love the story, but I don't know, I just kind of lost motivation, I guess. And I feel like in all, let me not say that. Like, well, yeah, I do feel like in all aspects of my art journey, I feel like I kind of just lost motivation. Like, I feel like my art major thing, I'm kind of just doing it because I have to do it, you know. Well, let me not say that, but because like at the same time, like I'm still getting like inspiration, right? Like I'm getting inspiration and like work on projects and all that. But I don't know. I haven't really been in like my creative mindset that, you know, I once had when I was like in middle school and high school, because I don't know, I just felt like my creative mindset back then was kind of all fictitious in a way, while this mindset is a lot more real. But speaking of reels, let's talk about Instagram and just posting on Instagram, because look, y'all, I find it funny how like I plug my art Instagram page like so often, but like I haven't posted on it since like do not ask me when. I don't know, like when it comes to Instagram and me, right? It was interesting because I think I've been on Instagram. I've been posting art on Instagram since 2019, I believe. yeah, I was doing that first. Because okay, dang, I'm trying to remember. Whoa, hold on. Okay, so I think I first started like posting to Instagram like in the 7th grade. 7th grade, I don't think I was doing any digital art yet. I was just like drawing on paper and like posting it. And I don't know, I used to do this weird thing. See, this is how you knew I got no bitches and I had no hoes. Because, like, any, like, cute guy, I don't know, it's just, like, random, I don't know. You know how, like, people just, like, fall? I don't know if this even makes sense. But, like, okay, like, mind you, you're an art page, right? And, like, people just follow you, doesn't follow you. Like, any guy I saw that was cute, I'd be like, this is so cringe. I'll like go to the DMs like, oh my gosh, hi, can I draw you? And then they'll be like, sure. And then like, I draw them, and then they repost it. So then I started to get into like a habit of doing that, right? Like I'll just like see like random people on Instagram, and I'll just like go in their DMs and just be like, hey, can I draw you? Mind you, this is like 2018. I don't think it's 17. Yeah, it's like 2018, 2019. So mind you, this isn't really like as normalized as it is now. So, yeah, like, I used to, like, do that a lot. And honestly, I think that is really where, like, I got, like, the really big following that I got. Not big following, but, like, that's how I really started to, like, rack up followers or whatever. And, then I started doing, like, digital art. And, it was cute. It was hip. Some people used to, like, set my little, like, pictures as, like, their profile pictures or whatever. And, it was cool. And it's funny because looking back at like some of the art, bro, most of the art looked like garbage. Like, oh my gosh, because mind you, this is like how old was I? Like 13, 14-year-old Dolcie. No, like no, like, bro, if you look at my art now and you can't stand it, girl, I wonder what you would think of like 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old Dolcie's art. Not actually. Let me not group in 15-year-old Dolcie, because 15-year-old Dolcie, she was working, but 13-year-old and 14-year-old, no, thank you. We don't talk about her. But yeah, that's like really where I got like my big following, and then as I got older and my art skills kind of improved, I started to like do redraws, I guess. And I started to do like draw these in your styles and all of that. And then I don't know what the heck happened, but I think like there was like a set point in time where I think like either my mom like took away my tablet. Oh my god. My mom either like took away my tablet or what? My mom probably like took away my tablet and I wasn't able to like post any art for like a very long time. And then, I don't know, I think, like, one day, I, like, posted, and then, I don't know, it just wasn't getting that much likes, and I think this was when the idea of, like, Reels started to pop up on Instagram, and, then I tried to, like, keep up with the times, make Reels and all that, and there was, like, a point in time, like, my Reels were doing really well, and then, like, all of a sudden they weren't, and I don't know. And then, like, since that time, like, okay, it's like the real views were not that good. The likes were not that good. And I don't know. I really, like, sat and I was like, wait, is there, like, really something wrong with my art? Which, and I looked at it and I'm like, bro, like, this is so much better than the art that I was posting, like, a couple years ago. But then like I really sat and I thought about it, and also I watched a couple of videos on it, and like people were just like, it's the algorithm, right? And I was like, you're right, because back in the day, Lord, 2019, all you had to do was just like use the right hashtags and you'd be good. But then now in 2021, like you have to like post at a certain time, post mainly reels, like your post didn't really like mean much. Like it was so stupid, and like, bro, like you got to use a certain type of audio. Like it was so exhausting. And then like since that time, honestly, like I don't know, I just like wasn't really posting that much because I don't know, I just kind of like looked at the entire concept of Because it was really like a point in time where I was just making art solely for Instagram and it was not doing well. And the way how that freaking discouraged me was so serious. And I mean, yeah, I do think I have healed from that. But I don't know, like, I don't really feel an urge to like get back on art Instagram. I don't know, I just feel like it's just a lot to keep up with, and just, you know, I just want to like make art. Like, I'm not trying to do this whole like marketing strategy to like freaking make my stonks go up. Like, I don't think it's ever that serious, but I do think it is that serious because Instagram is making it that serious. But I really do think it's responsible of me to just keep on posting, like, no matter what, I guess. And honestly, I've been thinking about like just like using my art on Instagram to just like whatever portraits or whatever art I'm working in my art classes, I think I might just like post it there. So because like I think like I saw this one little video where they're like, oh, like remember, like your Instagram is basically your portfolio. And I was like, you're right. So yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm gonna stand on business, and I'm actually going to post, because I always do this thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna post, and then I don't post. I'm going to stand on business, and I shall post, because I have to remember that like the amount of likes that you get really does not amount to like your value as an artist. You know? Yeah. I think that's all we're going to talk about. Yep. Yeah. Well, hopefully the photo is done by now. And thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble and talk and chat. And like, you probably couldn't understand half the stuff I was saying because I have a lisp and I talk kind of fast. But thanks for listening anyways. And I hope you have a great day. Like, subscribe. Follow my two Instagrams, and stay blessed. Mwah. Dose.